Hey girl. Oh shit. Hey girl, hey.
Hi, oh hey.
Welcome to this episode of Prattle Potion podcast, hosted by Leia and
Hilda.
Hi Beach, how you diddly doing?
I'm doing good. I'm coming up. No, but I am good. Question
That
mark?
was all over the place. You
Yes.
did that last week too, where you were like, I'm good?
I'm
Question
good.
mark.
Am I good? I haven't
do you
thought
not
about it
know,
yet
or-
today. Am I good?
Do I have to think about this shit now? Damn it.
No, but is that actually something you would think about if no one asked you? How are you today? Would you think about that?
Well, you're talking to someone who suffers from depression, so yes, it is very prominent if I feel good or not. So
And my
you're
energy.
asking you should ask a mentally stable person this question and probably get a more accurate answer.
That's true. Because I don't think about it. I kind of forget about thinking about
That's
how
a privilege. That's a privilege.
I am. Is it good or is it bad? Is
Well,
it the
it's-
I'm staring into the mirror and realizing I'm fucking stressed out kind of vibes?
No, I think
Because
it's
I didn't
more.
ask. How do I feel?
I think it's more of. I mean, this is a very deep comparison, but it's more of, like someone who has privilege that they don't have to think about that they have privilege, or they don't have to think about politics and stuff, because you have privilege, so it doesn't really affect you.
Yeah.
And someone who's not privileged, they have to think about that stuff. You know what I mean?
I know what you
That's
mean.
a very deep comparison, but
very
that's just
deep
what I was
comparison.
thinking about.
But I get
Yes.
it. Because I think that I'd think about it more, like, for example, when I'm during that time of the week, I get super emotional and all over the place.
What time of the week?
When I get my period.
Oh, the month.
Oh,
Or do you get it once a week? I was like, what? Do you mean Saturdays? I don't.
Shit, that thing that oh my god, the OBS thing before this podcast episode was crazy. It messed with my brain a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Just to clarify, Hilda was messing around with her streaming program, OBS.
Yeah.
So that's.
I was
she had some
moving everything
things
over
to fix.
pretty much.
Yeah.
From Streamlabs to OBS Studios. And for some reason that took all of my brain energy today.
But yes, so you have your period once a month.
I
Continue.
do, that's correct. And during that time of the month, I get super emotional and very like sad, mostly tired, depressed, angry, mostly all of the negative kind of feelings that you have. And at those times, I think I would ask myself, how am I today?
Yeah, so you see, that's kind of how it is. Like
Yeah.
when you're more used to feeling maybe bad or sad, you do notice the good days better, and you do notice your mood better. So
And I've been really good for like a week. Like I've had really good days
yeah,
for many days.
it has to be the liberation of not being stuck at retail anymore.
That might actually be it.
Might be.
Be.
There's a correlation there.
There might be, yeah.
Your mood started picking up a lot when you stopped working, so that
true.
might be something.
It's horrible that is so true. That's
Yeah, but I mean, it's not crazy. It's retail.
Yeah.
It tests anyone.
Yeah, but that's the thing, like, I wouldn't realize, like, I know that retail is so crazy and all over the place and draining in many ways,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't realize just how draining until you let it go, pretty much.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You don't, because I think that's kind of, I think that's a self-preservance thing, that when you're in a situation, you don't really think about how it affects you, because if you think about how it affects you, you won't be able to continue.
That's true.
I mean, that's just pretty much how it is. It's like when you're in a really bad situation, you need to just keep going until you're out of it, and then you can reflect on it.
Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. That's logic.
Hello, welcome to our deep talk.
Hello, welcome to the podcast where we suddenly just have deep talks.
Apparently.
We are all right.
We good.
We
We
okay.
good.
We are okay. But so to answer the question with a bit shorter of an answer, I'm really good. I'm really good, actually.
That's good. I'm really glad.
Yeah. I've been working out. I've been eating better. I've been drinking water. And
oh my.
been playing games, walking the dog. You know, the weather does a lot to me too.
Yeah.
It's been great weather. It's such a spring, like sunny, getting warmer, and it's brighter, longer.
And you spent Easter weekend in paradise.
Yeah,
so.
I did that too. So we spent the weekend at my family's like summer
house.
Vacation home perhaps would be better. Because you can be
it's usually what you call summer house, but you guys spend year round there. But it is a summer house. Yeah.
Or farmland, I don't know.
Farmland.
Or our estate. In the woods.
Estate.
No, but so that is literal paradise, and we had best weather we could possibly get, and we celebrated Easter with my mom and dad and my brother, and that was great. We ate food, drank beer, watched movies, went on walks in the forest. That's all we did.
Yeah, it was so beautiful. The pictures.
Oh yeah.
Hilda and her brother shared some pictures on our Discord. If you guys want to check it out, you can always join in the links in the About Me section or wherever you are hanging out. Yes.
Do it.
So that looked really nice. We spent my hen party at that house too.
We did, yeah.
It's a fucking paradise, and we've been there before for like couples weekends. Sounds like it's an orgy, but that's not what's going on. It's just us hanging out.
It's just a big
days.
orgy house.
Yeah, it's a couples weekend.
You know, the couples weekends.
But yeah, so it's really beautiful. It's so serene. I don't know. It's lovely.
It's like right by a
not
lake.
At all jealous.
It's far away into the woods, but it's still like it got a village rather close by, and it got a few houses rather close by, but it's still very secluded.
Yeah.
And it's just very quiet and very nice. And it's like a ritual when you get there, because as soon as you step your foot into the house, you get so tired. Because it's like the silence and everything just makes your body go, okay, I just need to die for a moment.
Yeah.
So always like the first night, you go to sleep super early because suddenly you're super tired and you sleep like 12 hours. And then you're like,
I love that.
I'm back. Bitch, I'm back. I'm ready to go.
I love that.
But how are you? How are you doing?
How am I? I'm doing better. Last week I mentioned that, you know, I suffer from depression and stuff, and been for a long time, and it's been a rough patch. But I think I'm slowly getting out of it. It's not good yet, but it's getting better. So that feels good. I'm having a good day today, which is very good.
That's good.
So I'm embracing that. I'm taking it one step at a time, one day at a time,
Taking all that goodness.
Exactly.
Just showering in the goodness.
I don't really have as long of an explanation as you do, so I'm doing pretty good.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
That's pretty much what's going on with me, you know?
That's so nice.
I'm excited because me and my husband were rearranging our apartment a little bit. Yes. So I'm actually getting my own office now because we're moving the bed out to the living room, because why do we need a living room? Why do we need a bedroom? You're in there one time every 24 hours. And then you go back, like, later on. We never used the bedroom for anything but sleeping. So why not just sleep in the living room and then use our offices?
Yeah, like, I get it, because that's what you guys do. That's, like, you don't, like, I think a lot of people would be like, oh my god, you're gonna move your bed into the living room. Because they have, like, this thing where living room is the living space. And they might not be gamers either, I think. Because
and also I think it's also something that people get used to.
Oh yeah,
like it's the norm to have a living room, a bedroom, and then other rooms. But we're why? Like, that doesn't make sense, because why would we use an entire room for just a bed and we're in there once or twice a day?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Why not have our bedroom in the living room, and then we can watch TV in bed too? That would be kind of dope.
Love that.
And then we can have a separate office, because we spend our whole day in the office.
Yeah.
Like, Simon studies, games, he does group projects, he's becoming a programmer, so he spends all of his time in front of the laptop. And I record the podcast, I stream, I game, I study. We spend all of our time in the office. You kind of need your
separate little rooms.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. Because at this moment, as we're recording this, Simon's in our office. And he's doing a group project with his classmates.
Yeah.
And I'm in our bedroom right now. And the only time we're in our bedroom, when it's not like, if we're not sleeping or in bed.
Yeah.
And like changing because our closets are in here, the only time I spend in here, or the only time any of us spend in here, is when I record the podcast, or I put on makeup, or I do like witchcraft stuff. So this is basically already my office with a bed in it and only half of my stuff in here. So I'm like, how about we just move all of my stuff in here?
Just move all of this
and
back
then we
in
just
here.
Yeah. So I'm really, as you can tell, I'm really excited about getting my office.
But it's going to be so good.
Yes, I did show Hilda a little bit of my ideas for my office and my new stream setup, and I think it's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so professional.
So good.
Oh my god, it's gonna be so professional.
So I'm ridiculously excited of getting my own office, and it's like getting your own room again.
Yeah, it's like that. That's like what I was feeling when I moved my new computer. When I got my new computer, I moved my whole setup into our bedroom.
Yeah,
because I knew I wanted to stream. I knew I wanted to game, and the people I live with, the boys.
Yeah.
For those who know, Jorge, my brother, and my fiance, they play games where they play with other people. So they often talk on Discord with other people, very intensely and pretty loud
and loudly.
And like, even if I wasn't streaming, I probably would move in here anyway, just to have my own space, because that makes
not having to listen to that.
Yeah, it's
and that's something I'm looking forward to as well. Giving Simon, my husband, I'm giving him that space back, because I stream 4 times a week.
That's
and
true.
Never during my streams Simon can't join them, because we're sitting right next to each other.
That's true.
People would hear him all the time.
Yeah.
And so he was like, that's fine, I won't play with the others when I stream. Yeah, I know, he's more considerate than your fiance about this.
And we can say that because my fiance doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
He sucks.
He sucks. Yeah, and my fiance listens to my husband listens to basically all of our episodes, and if he doesn't listen, he lets it go in the background to support our views. So he's supportive as fuck. But anyway,
so hardly ever watches my streams.
The only time he checks in is when
supportive, if anyone.
Is when, what was that yesterday? When I mentioned it was the musical.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, where is it? Give it to me. Like, when I had something he wanted, then he heard what we were talking about. How convenient.
Wow.
But no, so I'm happy to give Simon that space back too, where he can play with them whenever he wants, even though I stream.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's not going to affect him. And I feel very good about that, because I hate that I took that space away from him, or that freedom.
Yeah.
Even though he was like fine with it and he wanted to do that for me, it's still like, if I can give him that space back.
And you kind of feel like you need to give it back.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, and it was so nice of him to do that. So now he deserves his own space.
100%. So I'm really
Golden
excited.
Retriever gamer boy.
Always 100%. So I'm really excited about that. So office and Depression is probably getting a bit better, and everything's pretty good.
And the net.
Yes, and the net. We have a balcony, and we ordered a net for the balcony, so we can put that up and let the cats be out on the balcony during the summer. And the balcony is actually attached to what will be my new office, so I'm excited to have that. Yeah.
Oh.
So that's gonna be nice and be able to spend the summers on the balcony and stuff. This is the first summer in our new apartment, so I'm just excited.
So what did you say? Did you have like sun most during the day? Like the midday?
I don't actually know, if I'm honest. Like, I think it's like early afternoon-ish where it's more sunny in here. But I haven't paid that much attention, if I'm honest.
No, yeah.
So
I don't either, but then I live underground, so
yeah, that's
I
true.
never
You live
see
in the
the sun.
basement. True.
Hi.
But yeah, so what is your Prattle Potion of today, Hilda?
My Prattle Potion is a big bottle of water.
Oh, nice. Me too, bitch.
Oh, really? Big bottle
Doing the
of
water thing. Everybody, remember to hydrate.
Hydrate.
Okay, Hilda, are you ready to hydrate? Let's do it.
I'm ready to hydrate. Wait.
Let's do it. Nice. Okay, so Prattle Potion is water today for both of us. I love that.
Yes.
Hell yeah,
like I said, I've been starting to drink so much more water. Especially now that I started to get my workout back in my life.
Yeah. You've been pretty bad with drinking water lately.
I've always been kind of bad with drinking water,
yeah.
to be fair. Yeah.
But you have like, sometimes you get a little bit better, but then you're back to just like Red Bull and coffee.
Yeah, but I still drink Red Bull and coffee.
Oh yeah, but not exclusively. That's the point. Yeah, that's the thing.
Like
I actually, that's one of the things that I'm good at. I'm not good at eating right or anything like that, taking care of myself. But water, I can drink fucking water.
You got that
I can
down.
do that shit.
You got that down. But like, I was thinking, like, I must have gone like, how many days have I gone by without actually drinking water? There must have been a few. Like, I've had like energy drinks, or I've had juice or coffee or stuff like that. Juice. Like, like
I can't not.
Anything else but water, like plain water. And I don't want to think about it too much, because I think that I might actually have gone a few days without drinking proper water, and
that is awful.
That is
bad
not for you.
Good.
Don't do what I do. Do as I say.
That is not good. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no. But that's what we do.
Yeah, so remember to hydrate, people.
Hydrate.
And don't do what she does.
Don't do what I do. Do what I say.
But
not what I do.
So do you want to get into this week's episode, Hilda?
Yes.
The floor is all yours, bitch.
It's all mine. Open the stage. Today, I wanted to talk about something that has taken over my life a little bit.
Oh, shit.
A little bit. Not entirely. I'm not addicted.
Just casually.
I'm just very interested. You know? I'm very involved. And that is Pokémon Go.
Oh.
Yeah. We're going to talk about Pokemon today.
I think that's great.
That's fitting.
It was about time for us to talk about Pokemon. We talked about Skyrim like 3 times. I realized that when I edited the episode, last week's episode, I was like, I think I need to chill on the Skyrim. Like podcast-wise.
It's all we ever talk about. And
so I'm glad we're talking about something new.
And even though like we're trying to talk about something else, Skyrim or Elder Scrolls franchise just dwells in there anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, that's typical. Yeah. But it's such a good game.
Yeah, okay, don't.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about Pokemon. First, I was
excited.
like, I want to talk about Pokemon Go. I just want to have a full-blown conversation about Pokemon Go, and I want to go through like our journeys with Pokemon Go. Like it was a few years ago, it was released. How it was back then, how it was in the middle, and how it is now, and how I'm vibing.
Okay, right. Personal development. Oh my god.
Like, how are you? How am I?
Anyway.
But then I was like, okay, maybe we should actually talk a little bit about Pokemon as in general as well, because some people might not know what Pokemon is, even though it is a worldwide franchise at this point.
Yeah, but like
still
not niching down to one Pokemon game. It could be at least good to do a general summary.
Exactly. So that is what I was gonna start off with, actually.
Go,
if you don't mind.
Fucking Pokemon Go.
Okay. So we're gonna start out with the Pokemon here. So the Pokemon franchise was created back in 1995. So 1 year before we were even born. We might have been conceived, but not born.
When was it?
1995.
Yeah, I know, but a month?
Unsure.
Oh, you don't have that.
Wait.
Oh, that's fine. Because I was an early 96
I
baby.
wrote that down. No, it just says 95.
Okay.
And for now, that's all I know.
Yeah.
But in 1995, so you might actually have been conceived.
Probably was.
Probably. And it's centered around the fictional creatures called Pokemon, obviously. And in this game, we play as humans who are called Pokemon trainers, and we catch and train these creatures, these Pokemons, to battle each other for sport.
Against PETA's wishes.
In this sense, when you talk about it like this, like when I was writing everything down, I was like, battle everyone for sport. And I was like, oh, wait.
Yeah, that's why PETA freaked out, or PETA freaked out.
They have freaked out about this?
Oh, you don't know about that?
I didn't know about this, but I can imagine.
Shit. Yeah. They made their own Pokemon game. You can play it online.
Oh, wait, no, I've seen this. I think I've seen this on YouTube. Has Kevin played this? Call me Kevin?
Probably.
I've seen
Anyway,
that
sorry
game.
to derail,
that's
but yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I've completely blocked that one out. But okay, if you want to try that out, it's out there, I guess. Because, like, if you actually boil it down, it's a kind of horrible thing to do. You should not catch animals and make them fight each other.
No.
But in the Pokemon world, that is fine.
Yeah.
And I think, like... Oh, I'm not gonna try and make this better. Okay.
Sorry. Are you serious? We've talked about Pokemon for 5 minutes and already you're like, don't do this at home, kids. Like, you're bringing... Like, it's Pokemon. It's fine. People don't know that you're not supposed to have, like, dog fights and stuff. It's not the same. It's a game. Let's move on, please. Please.
But the PETA thing, you threw me off. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was my bad. I'm sorry.
Okay. But anyway... That is pretty much the plot of the whole Pokemon universe. And there have been numerous games, there are shows, and other kind of works from, like, there have been comics and stuff like that as well from this franchise.
And I think I will be able to have some insight into some Pokemon experiences that you haven't had.
I think so too, because honestly, I haven't... Like, my brother grew up with Pokemon in a different way than I did, I think. I
haven't grown up with Pokemon a lot either. Like, I didn't play it much as a kid or anything.
No, me neither.
I was more hinting to the fact that I was in Tokyo for several months, and I visited the Pokemon Center in Tokyo.
Okay, yeah, you're gonna have to tell us about that.
Yeah.
Because, like I said... I've pretty much lived my Pokemon experience is through my brother, because he was the one that got the games. I played it on Game Boy Color when that was the thing, and, you know, all that jazz. We also played it on, I think my favorite was this game might have been the one where I got into Pokemon, because this was the game on the Nintendo 64 called Pokemon Battle Arena. Might have been called that. I didn't actually look that up. I just realized now. But it's called something. It's the Pokemon game on the Nintendo 64. And it's just pretty much you choose your team, go on a battle arena, and you just battle. And you can battle your friends.
You just battle? You don't collect or catch or do the adventure stuff? Okay.
You just battle. And that was my favorite. I loved it. And you can play with friends and stuff like that. You can have a tournament. It was really nice.
Okay.
So that is just a little bit of a background. If you want to check it out, like, the shows are, like, it's anime, pretty much. I'm unsure if they made more realistic series of Pokemon. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think
it sounds like something Netflix would do these days, but I hope not.
But they have done the Detective Pikachu
Oh
Is
yeah,
that one?
yeah. There you go.
And that
one was good though. I love
it. I love that movie.
So good.
I like that you were like, I hope not. Oh, but that
No,
movie.
but I'm comparing that to when Netflix made like the Death Note adaptation.
Ooh,
that was
okay.
like peel off my skin and turn it inside out bad.
I decided
that
to
was
just
so
not
bad.
watch that because
I love Death Note and that
Yeah.
fucking just ugh.
But
Anyway,
they made a movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so it was not a whole series.
No.
No. Okay. Good, because I've only seen the series and I decided to not watch the movie because reasons. But I think that's the only Pokemon movie that has been, what do you say, reenacted? Do you say that?
Released or
Released?
like
That is more like
like an adaptation or
yeah, that
what
is
do you
more
call it?
like
whatever.
yeah, IRL things, you know.
Adaptation.
Adaptation. Yeah.
There you go. Found the
Yeah,
word.
Miguel. But otherwise the shows are more anime style and they go back from like, I think that was like the first thing they released. I'm unsure actually because it was a bit fuzzy when I was reading about it.
I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Can you repeat that sentence? Because I had a zone out.
Oh god.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I
Are
started
you
thinking about
okay?
Pokemon. Yeah, no, it's undiagnosed ADHD be like.
I saw you kind of in the background in my eye periphery. You were like, you're slowing away. Like,
yeah, I'm so sorry. What did you say? The last sentence was the one I missed. I'm so sorry.
God,
Hilda.
where was I? I think I was talking about
The first
like episodes, like the first like it's a pretty old anime.
Yeah,
It was
is.
like 95.
I know that I grew up with it.
Did you?
Yeah, I watched it on telly when I was younger.
Because I didn't look up like the shows or anything specifically since I wanted to talk about Pokemon Go more specifically today because that's what I'm obsessed with. But
Yeah.
like the shows went on TV when we were small. They did because I watched it too, and the movies, like the movies too.
Yeah, I think I saw a few of the movies. I think I rented some on VHS.
Yeah,
we're that old.
Oh my god, when you went down to the store and you rented a VHS.
Oh,
that was like
that's nostalgic.
they're so nice though.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway.
but I could talk about that forever.
Yeah.
I think I've only watched like one movie, to be fair.
I might have watched one or two because I am I mistaken in Mewtwo and that shit? Is that a separate movie? Is it not? With Mewtwo's return or something.
I think that's a separate movie, yes, because I think it's like a famous ending to that movie. It's a famous like a meme thing at this point. Because the movie I've seen, I don't remember what it's called, but it's with the. Is it called Raikou? It's one of the legendary Pokemons. I know that at least. And he was a...
Yeah, I've seen that one too.
It's a science guy who turned himself into a Pokemon.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's like protecting his daughter.
That is the movie, right?
That is a movie, but I think it's a bit of a shorter one.
Okay.
It might...
Who knows? We're not Pokemon experts.
We're absolutely not, and that is.
So please feel free to roast us in the comments.
Please do, because like even though I did a little bit of research and stuff, but I really just wanted to go on about Pokemon Go today, but I felt like we needed to just. This is Pokemon.
Cover some ground. Yeah. I mean, my husband is a big Pokemon fan. Yeah. He grew up with the Pokemon games. He's played a lot of them.
Oh, I can imagine.
And so he really loves Pokemon. And I think I've mentioned before, too, that he's very into, like, anime, Japanese culture.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he's an A-class dweeb, for sure.
What's that game called that he... Was he competing in it? Is that a Japanese game too?
Street Fighter. Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has Yeah, he did compete in Street Fighter.
Damn.
So he's been like he was really into what do you call that in English? Like fighting sports? What is that called? Like karate and stuff like that, you know.
Oh yeah.
Whatever.
What would you say that?
Yeah, I don't know. Kampsport.
Kampsport.
Swedish word of the day, kampsport.
hand-to-hand combat. I don't know.
Something like that. Like karate.
Anyway. Y'all can Google.
Yeah.
He's
karate. Been really into that too and stuff. So he's done a lot of stuff, but in that world or whatever. Done MMA and stuff too. He's done a lot of shit.
Damn.
Yeah. He's strunk. You don't want to fuck with him.
That's good to know though.
Yeah, he's done wrestling. He's done wrestling and stuff too, and boxing, and he's done a lot of shit.
Oh, damn.
But anyway, that's really sidetracked. But yeah, so he's really into Pokemon. He has always loved that, and I was never really that into Pokemon. We've touched on this before, where I grew up with more adult games like Elder Scrolls, Tomb Raider, stuff like that. But I started getting into Pokemon when I dated my first serious boyfriend. Shout out to you, Ludwig.
Shout out.
We're good. Yeah, we're good friends today, so it's not a shady shout out. He's actually a good friend of mine. Yeah, that sounded like shout out, bitch.
It sounded so shady.
But yeah, so we but he's also very into Pokemon, or at least he was, and I played my first Pokemon game around that time, I think, which was Pokemon Black, and after that I think I borrowed Pokemon Blue from him, but or Red, I'm not sure actually, and I never finished that. But when I started dating my husband, I did get to borrow a few games from him, and I did borrow another Pokemon game, and I think that was, oh shit, I can't remember which one that was actually. I'm not gonna even try to remember, but it was another Pokemon game too anyway, and that was on the 3DS, I think. So I've tried a few Pokemon games, and then we got our Switch, and then I started playing Let's Go Eevee, and then I started playing Pokemon Sword, and I'm actually considering playing those through on stream, because I haven't actually finished either of them, so I think they might be a future stream game for me.
Nice.
But yeah, so that's kind of my... Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And obviously then Pokemon Go too, but that's kind of my Pokemon experience.
Well, it's kind of similar to mine, but I think I just got exposed to it a bit earlier. Since my brother was kind of obsessed, he collected the Pokemon trading cards.
Oh, I did that too, actually, now that you mention it.
It was like a thing.
I had so many. Yeah, I had like 100 at least. I had so many. I had a whole, album.
We had that too. And it was like a thing when we were in middle school, I would say. And we would go and fight, and we mostly just trade cards and hope.
Oh, I never fought. I never used them.
Oh yeah, I did.
The only time I did it,
my brother showed me how to.
Oh yeah, the only time I did it was when the boy I had a crush on in my class, he wanted to fight me, and then he conned me out of one of my good cards, and he gave me a really bad card and said that was done and I didn't have a choice.
No.
And I never did it again.
Oh, that happens so many times though. Both with Pokemons and with the... What was it called? The things you threw, like Go-Go's?
Yeah.
That was Go-Go's. The same. People they stole Go-Go's and Pokemon cards. It was like a whole thing.
He knew I liked him too, and he used me.
That's so horrible. I hate that.
Kids suck, man. Okay, anyway.
Damn.
Anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much our Pokemon experiences.
Yeah. I started playing. My brother showed me. I got to borrow some of his cards. I might have done the mistake of exchanging a good card to a bad card, and he got
usually mad. It was also. I think it's very adamant to what we've talked about before. That we don't want to be the best. We just like having fun.
Yeah,
and that's also something very typical, I think, where it was a really good card versus a very bad card, but it's but the very bad card has a very cute Pokemon on it, and this one is ugly.
I want the cute Pokemons, and I want the cards that could like change colors, and they would
Yes.
like shimmer and stuff like that. So
Those were usually good though.
Yeah, they were. But I
Yeah.
remember I exchanged 2 cards, and I got one who was like a bit shimmery, but apparently it was a really bad Pokemon. So, you know, apparently it was super bad.
So
but
bad.
It was pretty.
It had glitter on it.
It was pretty, and that's
was
all I
pretty.
cared about. So I was like, okay, well, I'll keep it then. If you don't want it, I'll just have it then. Sorry.
Fine, whatever.
Gee. But so yeah, we're not like experts on Pokemon, but we had like this. It's a pretty. I think a lot of people, at least in Sweden, as we said, it was a thing in middle school. I think a lot of people have actually been exposed to Pokemon in some kind of way, either by shows on TV or trading cards or the games overall.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So let's hop on into the future.
Yes.
Into the future of 2016.
Oh shit.
That was.
Wait, is that really when that was released? Really? Oh my gosh.
I felt old when I read that.
I can't believe it's been that long.
It has been that long. It's it's 5 years ago. Anyway, it was released in July of 2016. And that was the summer. Like, that was the shit for like 2 summers straight.
But was that European release or?
I just found
First
one release, so I think it was worldwide.
No.
Wasn't it? No, wait.
No.
It came out for USA.
Australia.
Australia?
Australia had an early release. And I remember this
because I only found one date, but then please tell me more.
But that might have been like,
it must have been either
2
USA
weeks ahead.
or...
No, it was Australia. I remember. But what I'm saying is that it might not have been like a whole month before. It might have been like a week earlier or something.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember it being like Australia because a friend of ours helped me get an account and have it like being in Australia. So he and I and his cousin, we were out like playing early, and sometimes you would meet people who had done the same thing that we did. But then like a few weeks later when it released in Sweden, there were so many people out. You met so much people. But we kind of got an early sneaky start.
Oh my god, because I remember when I got it, it was just released in Sweden and Europe. But I knew that it has been like was an early release for, I guess, well then Australia. If USA didn't get it before Europe, I don't know.
Yeah, but what I was gonna say was that it might have been the US as well. I don't know. I just know that our account was connected to Australia.
Okay. Yeah.
And maybe since Australia and that's kind of close, maybe Japan and Australia and that whole gang, they had an earlier release, and then Europe came after.
The East Coast gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because I just remember I was waking up one summer in bed and I was like, oh wait, didn't that Pokemon game come out? And then I was lucky and it was on release day. I realized that because I had been hyping it for months, and then like a week I had forgot about it and was like waking up. I was like, oh yeah, that happened. And like you said, there were so many people. It was a worldwide event.
But that was so fun. Like that summer was so cool because you started connecting with strangers.
Yeah.
You're like, what team are you on? Do you guys wanna help out? Like, and they're like, oh, there's a Pokestop over there with a lure on it, and we're like, oh my god, thank you so much.
Oh
you know,
God,
like you started bonding with.
Everyone
you started
sat, like.
Yes.
I remember like here in where I live in the little city that I live. Me and my then boyfriend, fiance, that sounded like I was dating someone else. Then boyfriend.
Jesus. Your fiance.
My fiance. We went down to like the center of the city, and we were sitting down because there was...
It's a town.
Yeah, so we were sitting down because there was like 4 or 5 Pokestops that we could, if we stand in the middle, we could reach all of them.
Oh.
Yeah. So everyone did that. So everyone was sitting on like a set of stairs by the trains. You know where that is.
Yeah.
So everyone was sitting there, and everyone was like gave each other the looks. They were like, "You're playing too, aren't you?" Like, yeah.
We know what you're up to.
Yeah,
and then the people who don't know, they were just like, who are all these kids?
What is happening, and why is everyone sitting on their
phones?
Yeah. Why is everyone doing strange things with their phones? Like, everyone was so confused. But I think the best thing with it was like we saw people who were like 50 plus.
Yeah.
And then we also saw people who were 10, 8.
Yeah.
It was everyone was
It really brought people together.
It really did. It was amazing. And like I said, it felt like a worldwide event because everyone did it. And everyone understood. Like, there was a raid. People were like, I'm coming. I'm going to help. Like, there's a lure over there, like you said. Like, oh my God, okay. Did you see there was a legendary Pokemon over by that school over there? And everyone just ran. It was just like... Everyone was on the same page. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was really cool.
It was super cool. And I... Like, that summer, it was, of course, very, like, high intense. And I think by, let's see, they did like a first look over on how many users they had in like 2018 was the earliest I could find.
Okay.
In May 2018, so that's 2 years later, roughly. And the game had over 147 million monthly active players.
That is insane.
Like, players who were active almost every day.
That's insane.
It's so crazy. And I think over a billion global downloads by early 2019.
That's crazy. I mean, Pokemon Go was so popular the first year.
Yeah.
They broke records to left and right when it came to like downloads and
won
users
a lot of
and
awards
active players. Yeah, that was insane.
It was crazy. I also saw there was it's also very high numbers. Like, it grossed, like, it made more than 6 billion in revenue by 2020.
To note also, it's a free game.
It is free.
Yeah.
With in-game purchases.
Yeah, but it is free to play.
Yeah.
So, I mean, making that big a sum like that for a free game
it's
where
crazy.
A purchase is not necessary, girl.
Like, it's super crazy.
There's a lot of money.
Okay, so at the release of the Pokemon Go, we're back in 2016 here.
Yeah.
It had various technical troubles. Do you remember this? It was very laggy. It was...
I don't remember that, actually.
It was like at the day of the release. I think they released a very quick patch, like maybe a month after release, just because it was bad. Like, it was really bad. Most people couldn't even log in. They had trouble connecting their accounts. It was like all over the place.
Yeah, now that you say that, I do remember it vaguely, but it never bothered me too much because... But it's mostly because I'm very patient when it comes to like things like that. I'm like, well, their server must be very overloaded because they have a lot of players. Good for them. Like,
they have almost 150 million active users.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about it that much. I just noted it and I was like, okay, it's a bit laggy, but what do you expect? It's like the first groundbreaking, like, augmented reality game, AR game that has been released for mobile. I know there was one game before this that people are like, remember, this game came first with augmented reality. I don't remember what it's called now, sadly, but there was a game before this. But Pokemon Go was, of course, groundbreaking because it was so much prettier and so much more user
and
friendly.
so like well loved, and it broke so many records,
and it's
became
Pokemon.
so popular. And obviously you don't really remember the name of the first one right now, so I guess that says something.
Yeah, I didn't know it existed until I started working at that technical, the gaming store, you know?
Oh yeah.
They told me, of course they know, you know? Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like, it had a lot of technical issues. But they fixed it quite fast, and they're still really good at updating and patching problems quickly. It was very appraised by reviewers and critics, and it was appraised especially because of the modern AR tech, like I said. But it's also that it promoted physical activity, was like so talked about. Everyone was like, this is a game, but you're like, people lost weight, people got healthy, people were out and moving, and it was like, that was a big thing about all of it. And it also, I didn't think about this until I read it here, but it makes so much sense. It helped local businesses grow due to increased foot traffic.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, I know.
Because people were out like walking more, because they were like, oh, there's a Pokestop over there. Let's go over there. Oh my god, look at that cute thing in the window.
And like, I'm gonna go buy an ice cream at this little corner shop, because there's a Pokestop right here.
I never thought about it in an economical standpoint.
No,
that's very interesting.
Me neither. But it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
So Pokemon Go at release, it was very appraised, very like, everyone loved it. It was having a few technical issues, but they fixed that. But it also it also contributed to some accidents. And it by creating public nuisances. Oh my god, that is a word I cannot say. Say it for me.
Nuisances.
Thank you.
A public nuisance.
Yes, what she said. Various governments expressed concerns about security.
Yeah.
And some countries even regulate the use of the app.
Yeah, I know they had some difficulties when it came to people driving.
Oh yeah.
And they started regulating, that the game wouldn't pick up steps for you if you were in the car and stuff, because that would discourage you from going in the car. They started warning you to not go too fast, and like, remember, if you're in a car, don't do this. And also they started putting up warning texts and stuff about trespassing, because I know that was a big thing too. Where people started trespassing because they saw a Pokestop or whatever. Or a Pokemon or whatever. Yeah,
so like, now that you start up the game, you get like 3 pop-up windows that are like, don't go driving, don't trespass, be careful, and be aware of your surroundings, because people were walking right out into the street, not looking where they were going, and getting hurt, and that was horrible. Of course, there will always be like negative sides to a game like this.
Of course,
people get so not stuck up. They get so like into
invested.
The whole game. Yeah. I remember. Do you remember that video that got viral from? I think it was New York, because there was a legendary Pokemon in. Oh my god, what's the park? Central Park. No.
Central Park.
Central Park. Yeah. There was a Pokemon there, a legendary Pokemon, and one person like tweeted out that Pokemon was there, and then it got swarmed by people.
Whoa.
And it got like taken over, like cars couldn't drive through the roads because there were people everywhere trying to find this Pokemon. And then it turned out like it was fake. It wasn't even there. Like it was.
Oh my god!
It's a video. If you can find it on YouTube,
I don't think I've seen that. So I will check that out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Please go check it out, because it looks like riot. It looks like a riot, but everyone's holding their phone and everyone is just running, and then you can hear someone like shouting, like, it's over here, so shouting something, and everyone just turns and just raises.
That's crazy.
And it's like
so
many hundreds, thousands of people. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
So of course there's gonna be some accidents and stuff like that, but they really try, and like the app does.
I feel like they adapted well with that, because the thing is also that, I mean, the game can't be held liable 100% just
No.
because people are being idiots.
Exactly.
Like you can't say like, oh, this was the game's fault. No, it's your fault. It's your fault for not being like actually caring about things. Like actually, it's like blaming your phone for you stumbling on the sideway because you were texting. Like that doesn't make any sense.
That makes me think about the line, guns don't kill people, people do.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
guns help.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, that is a very different discussion.
It is a very different. It was the first thing that popped into my head.
I'm very much for gun control, so I'm not gonna go into that. But obviously, it's like it's obviously your fault.
Yeah, it is.
Because if you do that comparison, it's like saying if you're in court for murdering someone, it's like, well, it was the gun who did it. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Sorry.
Yeah. So obviously you're the dumbass behind the thing. So obviously the game can't be held liable for that. No. But I feel like they adapted very well with what was going on, like putting up warning text, making the game alert you, like, hey, you're going too fast. You're not sitting in a car driving, are you? Like
and it was
more
also
like that, and that's all that they can do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And like if you're going too fast, it's not gonna count in the steps, and it's not gonna give you rewards and stuff like that you would get, which is also good because that makes people not wanting to break those rules.
And I also think that if you were going too fast, even as a passenger, I think they started doing where you can't, the Pokemon wouldn't spawn or anything too.
Oh, yeah, no.
So that you couldn't like catch them and stuff. So I think that's very good. I think they adapted it the best that they could.
Of course. And I still like that they, like, in the beginning they didn't have all of these warning signs and stuff like that because they just assumed people would be smart.
But you can't do that because people are stupid.
They are, and there's gonna be accidents, and they, like you say, they're doing all that they can do. They're warning very clearly. They're warning you about stuff to think about, everything that you have to think about. And that's all they can do.
Yeah, and I must say, one aspect I really enjoy with Pokemon Go was that I became a bit of a tourist in my own city.
Yeah, that's true.
You started discovering things like, wait, there's a statue over here? What is that? Like, what is this house even? Yeah. It has a name, and then you Googled it, and you were like, really? It has history? And it was really interesting. I saw, so there is... Gothenburg, which is the big city that we live nearby, it is very famous for being a very green, large city. We have a lot of trees, we have a lot of greenery, we have a lot of that going on, and one of our more famous green things in the city is the big forest we have in the middle of the city, Slottsskogen, or the castle woods, I guess you would translate that.
Directly translated.
Directly translated. It's castle woods or whatever, or the castle forest.
Castle forest. The woods of the castle. No, I'm gonna stop.
And there were a lot of people playing in Slottsskogen, and it was very full, as it is all summer. But definitely that summer, and it had a lot of Pokestops, and I started going to places there that I've never been in before. Yeah. And there was a small house there, like an old, not a ruin, but like an old cottage that was kind of broken down almost. And it was like it had like a plaque by it that had like history and stuff.
Oh, God.
And it's like, I'd never seen that before. And I've been at this place so many times, so you became like a tourist in your own city, and I absolutely love that because you started discovering places and going outside of your routine, which so I really enjoyed.
And that takes us back to, like, it was so promoting of physical activity, like you had to go out and actually move.
I've never been outside during summers that much that I had that summer.
No, that summer everyone was like, we are taking like 30,000 steps a day at least. Because I remember that too, like back in the little city that we live, I was like, you could go up to the school and then you could find like this small trails you've never seen before. I've been living here my whole life and I've never seen this. Yeah. And also that it's like, if it's raining, certain Pokemons will appear, so you have to go out. Even if it's raining, you'll get a chance to get another Pokemon. If it's sunny and warm, if it's windy, if it's foggy, like play with the weather as well.
Dog walks became more fun.
Dog walks were so much more fun. I think the dog thinks so too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they became longer and more like flexible.
Yeah, and they were like all over the place. We went to new places and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And also if you like go over to lakes or stuff like that, there will be certain Pokemons over there. That was like, it really stretched your boundaries to just open up and just walk all over the place. Yeah. Pretty much. But yeah, so I haven't heard about a lot of more Pokemon like accidents, simply because I don't think it's the same amount of people playing anymore.
No, the traffic isn't as much.
Yeah.
I think after the first summer, people got the gist, like, chill the fuck out, you know?
Yeah. I tried to find, like, some kind of number of how many active users they have now, but that was harder than I thought it was going to be.
Okay, yeah.
I found the same number that I told you earlier, the 147 million active users ones.
Yeah.
It's still a very big game because I know they've had tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The esport thing of it all, which is so fun as well. But what made me want to talk about Pokemon Go today is because I've gotten back into it. And I kind of wanted to make a, like, when I don't want to say I'm addicted because I'm not. And I know that sounds very contradicting. But I'm going to say this. Like, when I started to play World of Warcraft for the first time, I didn't understand anything. But it was very fun.
Mm-hmm.
Then I stopped. After a while, I started playing it again. I got addicted. Then I stopped. And then I started playing it again. And then I knew my boundaries, pretty much. And I kind of wanted to make the same resemblance here. Because the first time I played Pokemon Go, was like we didn't really know, there was not that much to the game except for catching Pokemons, pretty much. That was the main thing. So you were walking around catching Pokemons, and since we're not very involved with stats and hardcore gaming and stuff like that, it was not like we were comparing our best Pokemons and stuff like that. We were just catching Pokemons that looked pretty and evolving.
And I was even like intimidated to put my Pokemon in the gym because mine weren't good enough. But that was pretty much all you could do at that point.
So that was pretty much like the first stage. You do it because it's fun and it's new and exciting and you walk around. And then of course the game died down a little bit. Like games do, and especially when they have this amount of hype. So it died down a little bit. Then I started playing it again a few years ago. And I got like addicted in a way, more addicted. I was playing a lot all the time. I was walking around. This was when right before I started working at the gaming store, actually, because I was playing that game all the time. I had a power bank. I had all the things, you need.
Oh, yeah.
And I was walking with it up all the time. And
that's also, I'm sorry, that's something to note too about the economy and in stores and stuff like that. Power banks, they started running out.
Yeah, you couldn't find power banks.
No.
That summer. No.
That was crazy.
Super crazy. Yeah,
sorry. That's just something I wanted to say.
No, but it was good because, we couldn't find, I remember that now.
Yeah.
We couldn't find power banks. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But so, I was walking around with that. I was doing that all the time. And then I started working at this gaming store. And, of course, they had accessories for Pokemon Go. And they had all those things for Pokemon.
You bought something.
I did. I bought myself a Pokeball Plus.
Yes.
Which entails, it connects to your app very easily. And it's in the shape of a small Pokeball. It's like it fits in your palm. It's kind of small. But it's very like high quality. It's really nice. And then with that, you don't have to have your phone up. You can have your phone turned off in your pocket, and the Pokeball will like vibrate and make a little sound, or will show up on a green ring or something when there is a Pokemon nearby or a Pokestop, and you just click the button and it does it for you. And I did that.
So it pretty much plays the game for you.
It plays the game for me, which it also like goes against the whole thing a bit. But when you were sitting like on the bus, or you want to catch that Pokestop right
When
by
you're
the
a pro
station.
addict, it's fine if it plays it for you sometimes.
It's fine. It made me seem less of an
Yeah.
And you could also like place your Pokemon in the Pokeball, and you can play with it. And by playing, you just shook the Pokemon around.
Oh my god, what the fuck? What the hell?
Anyway, I got really into it, and I bought that Pokeball Plus. There's also one more I found. I completely forgot, like an accessory that is called Pokemon Go Plus. Simply that. It's like a wristband. It has the same function. It's just that it's a wristband instead, and it's like a little pin almost in the Pokeball shape on it. It works the same, but it's
I recognize that.
Yeah. They were in the talks of making like a smart what is it called? Like the watch, the Apple smartwatch, yeah. The smartwatch app that could work the same way, but on your smartwatch.
Smartwatch. But so they don't have that?
No, I don't think so. They were talking about it, but then they like decided not to go into it because smart watches are expensive, and they thought that most of the players wouldn't actually like, they don't have, if not everyone has a smart watch.
It wouldn't like be worth it.
Yeah. So instead they made these two accessories.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, so I got,
because that would be accessible to kids and stuff too.
Yeah,
like,
and it's
that
kind
would
of
be
a fun thing.
Anyone.
They can walk around with their wristband or their Pokeball, and I could walk around with my Pokeball.
Yeah. You looked so excited when you said that.
Oh, I love that Pokeball. But yeah, so I got a little bit addicted, and then I stopped playing, and then now that I'm coming back, I have the same serene feeling that I had when I started like World of Warcraft for the third time.
I'm so worried.
So I'm like, I don't feel like I have to have it open at all times. Even though I was walking outside of had to shop groceries yesterday, I forgot about the app for 5 minutes. Not 5 minutes, but it takes me 5 minutes to get to the shop. And I got back home and I was like, oh, I didn't start the Pokemon app. Oh well, it's not the entire world for me.
Yeah.
You're looking at me like you're not believing me.
I have a healthy amount of skepticism right now.
Stop! I am not addicted. Stop it!
Cool. But yeah.
But yeah, I feel like I'm in a good ground here.
Why are you sounding like a recovering alcoholic? I don't understand. I feel like I'm in a good place right now. It's the third time, I'm in a good place.
Hi, my name is Hilda, and I'm a Pokemon Go addict. Hi, Hilda.
Hello, Hilda.
But anyway, so I got kind of interested in like, what have they been up to the last like year, especially during the pandemic? Like, did it go up? Did it go down? Like, where was it? And they actually released a pandemic friendly patch.
You know what? It's so interesting that you're saying this, because as I was playing Pokemon Go yesterday, Hilda started playing, and then the Discord community started being like, hey, I'm playing too, let's add each other.
It was Jim who started it.
Yes, but then Kaio came along, and I was like, I guess I'm jumping on this wagon now. So I downloaded Pokemon Go again, too, and I was playing Pokemon Go yesterday, and I was selling things in my bags or something, I don't remember, and my phone kept vibrating so much because it kept spawning Pokemon.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is insane. And my husband, he was like, I wonder if this is something that they did for the pandemic, because maybe they spawn more so people can still play even if they're in their houses or their homes.
He might be onto something there. Yeah. Because in 2020, the Niantic team, who is behind the Pokemon Go app development, they released an update to account for the COVID-19 pandemic, which made most players the pandemic made players have to stay at home. People can't leave Like in Sweden, it's a bit on and off. We can go pretty much
Yeah.
anywhere, but most countries
Sweden
are in
is-
total
yeah.
lockdown.
Yeah.
And they were unable to leave their home. So they implemented indoor step tracking. So you don't have to
Ah.
actually go outside to count steps for like the eggs that you have to hatch or all the other kind of challenges that you have to do. You can pretty much just walk around your house and it will still count. As well as long distance PvP battles. Have you tried the
Yes.
PvP battle system yet?
No, I have not.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's so
I
much fun.
have heard about it.
It's really
and I
fun.
have heard about the long distance thing, yes. I have heard.
So you can pretty much in the game there is a battle system right now. It's just a battle button where you can meet other people across the world and you can battle them and their Pokemon. And you can go up in ranking, you get like stuff for it and stuff like that.
And last summer, summer 2020, we got into playing again, me and my husband, and we were taking a lot of walks. Good weather, playing Pokemon, whatever. And then I think it was around that time that they did introduce the raid passes with long distance function as well, so that you could do the bosses but at a long distance.
Yeah.
So we did that a few times too.
Because that's also a thing that they did.
Yeah.
So you can do raids sitting at home pretty much, as well as they increased spawn points.
Yes.
So that you don't.
I got like
actually
100 fucking execute right outside my door.
Yeah. So it's just Pokemon everywhere, and they also doubled the player radius. Radius,
yeah. Radius, yeah. The
Radius.
radius be like the player rabies. Yeah.
So that you can reach
so-
much further on beyond like your house or your apartment and stuff like that.
Yeah. To Pokestops and everything.
Yeah, exactly. So because I didn't realize this, but like I said, one person in our Discord started this whole thing because he was like, I play Pokemon Go, add me. And I was like, oh my god, I need to start
Jim,
playing
right?
this game. It was Jim. And I started playing it, and then like a few days afterwards, I got this like invite in game to help him with this raid in England. And I didn't know that it went that far and that you could invite people like that. And apparently that also is a part of this like patch thing. So you can actually like invite your friends if you are doing a raid by yourself, for example.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of friends in other countries or in other cities, you can invite them and they can come over and they can do the raid with you and help you. And that's
really cool.
Really fun.
I think that's very cool because I think one of the negative aspects, I guess I would say, is that Pokemon Go is obviously very IRL based.
Yeah.
Which is also, if you do not have a lot of friends IRL, or if you do not have a lot of friends like just that
nearby
plays Pokemon Go or anything, but with you, that would be a problem. So I think that's very cool that even though you might have so many friends, but they are all online, you can still play with them. And I think that's very cool.
Yeah. You can battle them as well and stuff like that. You can trade Pokemons and everything like that. That's something that implemented a bit earlier on. But so they've actually made it a lot like pandemic friendly, because I felt that when we were out in the woods that we were this weekend. There are not a lot of Pokestops out there. There are actually none. And stuff like that. But you can like collect your steps and stuff. But I could do battle. I did a lot of battling and it was so much fun. So
I think you can petition or something to make something a Pokestop.
You can, but
maybe you should do
a certain
that.
amount of people have to vote for it.
Oh, but I mean, do like a community poll for the houses around. You're like, hey, listen.
How much do you want if I made you download Pokemon and do a thing for me? Okay?
Yeah.
I'll give you $100.
That would
Please, I need this. I need this. I need a gym. I need a gym in the city.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I've been really into that. I take my walks. Like this morning, me and my fiance, my dog, went on a little bit of a longer morning walk, which was really nice.
That's nice.
And we did a few raids, we caught a few Pokemon. My fiance is slowly getting back into it.
Nice.
He hasn't actually downloaded it yet, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna hold the dog and you can hold my phone and you can catch Pokemons. He was like, oh, okay, kind of. He's been like a little bit, Pokemon Go again, kind of.
Yeah.
But then after a while, it felt like I was like walking with my child. because I gave him my phone. I was like, okay, tell me if like a raid comes up or something. Take all the Pokepops. Pokestop. Take all the Pokestops, catch all the Pokemons, and tell me when there's a raid. He was like walking behind me, just flicking
I love it.
on the phone.
You're so sneaky. You're so sneaky. You know how to manipulate his ass.
Yeah, and then when we were almost home, he was like, this is kind of fun. Maybe I should also get it. It's like
you can always tell him that both me and Simon has gotten the game again too.
Oh, has Simon gotten it too?
I mean, yeah, we're way more synced than you guys. Like you guys are way more. You guys are like healthily independent from each other. Me and my husband are not. Like if I do something, he's gonna do it too, so we can do it together. You know, we're nasty like that. So nasty. He downloaded it. So I said, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna download Pokemon Go again. And I was like, hey, do you remember my username? And he was like, yeah, I can check. And he just went into the app because he hadn't removed it. He went into the app. And then he just started playing.
Oh my god! And then he was stuck.
So, yes. So we were gonna take a Pokemon walk today, but it's been a lot of stuff because I have an exam and stuff. But we're gonna go on a Pokemon walk for sure this weekend, and actually it's really nice because we have a Pokestop on the playground right outside of our balcony.
So you can just
we have if we're in bed and like just laying there playing Pokemon Go, we have a Pokestop right outside.
That is very so lucky. Unfair.
It's so nice.
I remember when we were like visiting, like this was maybe like 2017, like 1 year after it was released. We were down in Malmö in like southern of Sweden visiting my brother who lived there back then. And he lived in the center of the city, and he had 2 Pokestops right outside the apartment. Oh, and we were
that's nice.
Well, he didn't play the game back then, so we were like, how do you not?
You don't understand how good this is.
You crazy?
Yeah. So that's really really nice.
That's nice. Well, if Simon got it, my fiance must get it too.
Yeah, they
it's gonna be easy to convince
to be
him.
synced. Yeah. Definitely. It's very good to have them as like a carrot for each other.
Yeah, they're so cute.
Yeah, they are. I want to take the opportunity to share a little bit of my Tokyo experience.
Oh yeah, please do.
So when I was in Tokyo the summer of 2017, it must have been, right? Yes, I think so. Because then, yes, it had to be.
Yeah,
because I met my husband between 17 and 18.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I was in Tokyo for a few months, spring, summer in 2017. And, it wasn't, I can't really say that I saw a whole bunch of people playing Pokemon Go, but quite a few. And I think that has more to do with the fact that the Japanese are very considerate when it comes to their phones. Mm-hmm. They are very considerate to others when it comes to their usage of phones.
Really?
So I feel like that has a little bit to do with it, but also maybe because it had died down a little bit back at that time. But I was an au pair in Tokyo, and so I actually played Pokemon Go with the kids, and that was really fun and an easy way to like get them outside and do stuff.
Another positive thing about it.
Yeah, definitely, especially since I don't have a very easy time connecting to kids. Same. So that was a nice way to be like, hey, we have this in common. I play this game too. Let's do it.
Let's go out and move our legs.
Yeah. So that was really fun. And I got Lapras, which is pretty cool. Because is it Lapras that is Asia exclusive?
There's one of them who is. Maybe it is Lapras.
I think it's Lapras. That is Asian exclusive.
That's
and
so
then
cool.
Europe exclusive is Mr. Mime. And then North America exclusive is Tauren? Not Tauren. That's WoW.
Like the ox?
Yeah, it's like it's an ox. Yeah, I have that one too. Yeah, I have that one too, but that's because my friend who was in the US went into my account and got it.
Wow.
Cheating.
Wow.
But anyways, so but yeah, so I caught Lapras there. That was really cool to have that Asian exclusive Pokemon.
That's so cool.
And then I used to hang out at this mall a lot. Because I was very lonely there, like I didn't speak the language and stuff, so I had usually the same routine, and I really loved that mall. And they had a Pokemon Center. And that Pokemon Center was quite cool. They had a lot of stuff that you could buy in shit like that, obviously. And they had like a separate room for battling with Pokemon cards and stuff. I'm guessing that they might have adapted that to do Pokemon Go tournaments at this point too.
Yeah.
In some variety. But yeah, so that's kind of I just wanted to mention my Pokemon experience while being in Tokyo. Because, I mean, that is the freaking birthplace.
Yeah.
Japan is the birthplace of Pokemon, and they fucking worship that shit. So,
yeah.
It was really cool to have that experience and see that being a bit of more of an everyday thing. I think it was very common to play Pokemon Go, but I think it was more casual and just like a thing, and not having it go overboard like we did. Yeah,
they were like, oh, another Pokemon game, sweet, I can have it on my phone. Okay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So that's just, I wanted to mention my experience in Tokyo and stuff with Pokemon, and the Pokemon Center was very cool, and you could buy a whole bunch of shit. So I do have a video clip of it on my old YouTube channel.
That on your YouTube, right?
Yeah. So that's just what I wanted to mention.
Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for sharing with the class.
I really want to go to a Poke Center, like. Oh my god, that would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
Japan overall would be amazing. It's one of the things you always have on your bucket list, I feel like. Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back. One day, me and my husband will go there.
Can I come?
You can't come.
We're not going to take Kenny. I can come.
Just you. Just you. That's fine.
I'm the child.
Yes.
Adopt me.
Adopt me.
But
yeah. So that was fun.
It was nice.
Like, did you have anything else you wanted to mention?
No.
Sorry.
I feel done.
You feel done.
I feel relieved.
I feel like it's very suitable because, like you said, Sweden's restrictions are way less than the rest of the world, I feel like. Yeah. But I think that this summer will be more and more of the summer where people will be able to go outside more. Yeah. Even though the country may be more in lockdown and or have harsher restrictions. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's going to be more allowed for us to like take walks and just go outside. So I think Pokemon Go might see a bit of a rise again this summer, because people will look for excuses to like do shit outside.
Oh, I need to go and catch my Pokemon.
Yeah. Very important errand. But yeah, so I think it will see a rise this summer. That's going to be very interesting to follow along with.
It's gonna. I'll be sure to be playing it this summer. I feel like it's just going to be nice to just go out, and I feel like almost every summer you re-download it and play a little.
Yeah, I have done that. Actually, I think I've played it pretty much at least a little bit every summer since it released.
I think so too.
It's one of those summer games.
It is a typical summer game. Because I don't remember exactly what year me and my fiance went to Spain, but it was maybe 2018, something like that. Yeah,
I think so too, because me and my husband were definitely a couple at that point, and you didn't go in 2019.
No, it must be.
No, so it had to be 2018.
Yeah. And we went to Spain by ourselves. It was great, but we picked up Pokemon Go in Spain, and that was so much fun. Like of course there were like other Pokemons that weren't as common in Sweden as they were in Spain. So we caught like a lot of Rapidash and stuff like that. Fiery Pokemons. It was so much fun, and that was also a great way. Like you said, you're a tourist in your own city, but that was also a great way to tourist in a city overall. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah.
Because that made you like, okay, let's see, there's a gym over there. And it looks like it's a church. Let's go and see what that is. And you went over there.
Yeah, because gyms are usually these big staple things, like an important central thing. So that's definitely worth doing.
Yeah, it makes you like, and you can have fun along the way and catch a few Pokemons, but still look around and be attentive and stuff like that. So it's a good big tip if you're out traveling, I feel like.
Heck yes.
Yes. So download it now.
Download Pokemon Go. And if you guys want to join our Discord, feel free to do so, because we do share our friend codes, and a lot of people do share their friend codes right now. So you can add people there. If you want more Pokemon Go friends, you can find that there. As always, you can join our conversation wherever you're listening to the podcast. You can follow us on Instagram on Prattle Potion, listen to the podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, and stay tuned for future things.
Stay tuned.
Quick addition from Editing Leia in the Future here. There's no need to stay tuned for anything because we've already fixed it. You can now find Prattle Potion on Spotify. Just search for Prattle Potion podcast and you will find it there. Yes, but thank you so much for this week's episode, Hilda. And thank you guys for listening. It's been a blast actually talking about this. It's made me a little bit more excited to get into Pokemon more.
Yeah. You just see me sitting and be like,
yeah, you look so excited. But yeah, so take care of each other, stay healthy, and we will see you guys next week.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Bye.